Hello, my name is Hathorian Elevation, and I am your host and facilitator for Real Insight, where we take everyday topics and dive deeper to get a deeper understanding and meaning behind the messages. Thank you for tuning in today. If you have not already, please hit the subscribe button and let me know you like the content and you want more of the content, and also like this video. Okay, let's get into today's topic. So I want to talk about a story that's recently been in the headlines with the OnlyFans model and her boyfriend. So recently, there was a 27-year-old Nigerian American by the name of Christian Toby Obumseli that had been stabbed to death by his Instagram OnlyFans model girlfriend, Courtney Cleaning. Allegedly. Let's say allegedly. He was stabbed to death by her. And just reading the headline and the article for that very disturbing story, like, I was so saddened for the family of Toby. That's the name he went by, for his friends, for his loved ones. I was very saddened about, first of all, the circumstances under which he perished, and then by it being at the hands, allegedly, of his girlfriend. Shortly after the story broke about his departure from Earth, I started seeing posts and YouTube videos made stating that this young man, Toby, had in the past made posts trashing black girls and saying that he liked white girls, and that was his preference, and he was more attracted to white girls. And what was being stated from that was that he got killed by his preference, so quote unquote, good for him. And as I started to dig deeper and find out about these messages that he had left, what I found is that the messages that he had written, these tweets or whatever it was that he had left on social media, was when he was 16 or 17 years old. Mind you, at the time he perished, he was 27. So he was a 16 or 17-year-old boy at the time that he wrote these messages. Yet and still, there were people stating that that's what he got because that was his preference. And I looked at that and I felt that it didn't matter if it was 17 when it happened, when he perished, or 27 when he perished at the hands of someone else. That would not have mattered, because I don't think anyone deserves to die because they make a statement about something like that. That's not one of those things that you're like, oh yeah, good for you. You like that, so you get to die by that. Good for you. That you like that, so yeah, you got killed by what you like. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. A lot of the comments that I read, it was from mostly black females stating that he wouldn't have looked at me anyway. So that's what he got. That was his preference. He got killed by his preference, because he made a statement 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and that statement means he deserved to die. And my thing is, have we become so heartless as a society, as a community, that we don't have compassion or even empathy for someone that loses their life at all anymore? Have we become so desensitized that we can look at someone, and because they said something out of ignorance, that now those same words permeate years later and you deserve to die because we weren't your pick, because we wouldn't have been picked by you. So now what you get is what you get. But this is our brother. This is our son, like whatever. But he deserved to die because he made a statement that he liked white girls over the black girls in his classroom, in his school. The new mantra is protect black women. But shouldn't that also mean that we must protect the black men that we will want to call to protect us when it's time and when it's needed for us? Like, if we're saying protect black women, who are we expecting to protect us? Who are we looking to protect us? And if it's not black men, then who is it? And if it is black men, then don't they need to be protected as well? That even in the moment of ignorance, they say something that we don't necessarily agree with, but we don't completely turn our backs on them because they said something that we don't agree with. Because sometimes we're asking for black women to be protected, even when it's situations that a black woman may have put herself in due to her ignorance, due to her acting out of control or doing something irrational or becoming emotional and putting herself in a situation that she shouldn't have been put in, that she shouldn't have put herself in. But we're still wanting that black woman to be protected. So don't our black men need protection too, so they can protect us? I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, are we drawing a line somewhere when women need protection? And if we aren't drawing a line, then shouldn't there not be a line when the opposite is the case? My reason for wanting to discuss this topic today is because not only was a man's life lost at a young age, but I see that our humanity is slipping, because you have people, even in this man's death, stating that that's what he gets, that's what he deserved, to die by his words. And it wasn't even harsh words. Like, there are rappers that say worse words in their songs, rapping about killing and all that. I didn't hear that stated about him. From what I researched, he was a very intelligent young man and was doing his thing. He was graduated and was into cryptocurrency and making good money and things like that and living his life. But because he had a preference or was dating someone of a different race and got killed by that person, does that mean now that, oh, that's what he deserves because he chose to be with that person and got killed by that person? And it reminds me of, this was maybe a couple of months ago, we had two women who mysteriously, two young black women, ended up dead after a date with a white man. And if black women aren't screaming, that's what she get for being with a white man, then we shouldn't be saying that's what he gets for being with a white woman. And I'm not saying that anybody should be screaming that, because it is terribly sad. It is terribly sad that anyone dies at the hands of someone else, or under mysterious circumstances where we don't know what happened, because both of those women were young and healthy, but they ended up dead somehow. And that's my thing. Are we as a human race so callous that we don't have compassion or empathy for someone else in their time of need? That's a tragedy. That's a sad tragedy. And it's more so a tragedy that our humanity has slipped to the point where our ego of not being chosen is more important than the life of a person you probably would have never chose. And that's all I have for this topic. Join me next time if you have not already. I ask that you subscribe to the channel and like this video It will greatly help my algorithms. I am on the path to getting my first 100 subscribers, and I hope you can join me in my quest and like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Rest in peace to Christian Toby Obumseli, and my condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones.